Usually with all the drugs and the stuff that we have, if they're worried about you dying in 3 months, they drop the drugs on you. I know they do. They don't do Dallas Buyers Club all the time. Like, if they think that you're going to die in like 6 weeks, they do the full gamut and they fucking nuke that motherfucker and they try to save you and shit, right? So, like, yeah, like you didn't have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I just don't believe that. You didn't have any signs of it, not in any of the pictures or anything like that.
Government transgressions have lost a warrior that fought on the front lines for two decades. His last words were, "Fear not, and run toward the bliss of the sun."
Which is so fucking cheesy and dumb. It reminds me of that guy from Peep Show, like the roommate on Peep Show, who's kind of petty. This is the sort of stuff that they would do. They would dream up their own eulogy because they constantly, like that show was about getting along with people like that who are anal and constantly overanalyze everything that happens, right? And it was a really good show, Peep Show, but and we love that guy, that actor and stuff. But he was pointing out that it's really tough to be like Asperger's and stuff and or whatever, autistic, and and not be like socially stunted. And that was a big theme on Peep Show, which seemed to come up a lot tonight.
Time of his passing, the room was filled with the sounds of the end credits for the 1997 film Contact.
You fucking hack, shut the fuck up.
By composer Alan Silvestri.
Do not sully Alan Silvestri with your claptrap, you moron. You crazy moron.
Held special meaning for Mr. Alldayerrydaybaby. Mr. Alldayerrydaybaby was a painter, author, amateur ornithologist, political scientist, sociologist, accomplished orator, and child welfare reform advocate. Alldayerrydaybaby left his employment to become the youngest lobbyist in Rhode Island history as he fought for the DCYF reform and was then exiled to Nebraska and Florida, where he was silenced until his 18th birthday. Grandiose, like exile.
We don't do this shit in America. What the fuck trip are you on? You're trying to describe like a Tale of Two Cities or something? This isn't a Tale of Two Cities, moron. I know the only book you ever read in your fucking life was A Tale of Two Cities, and you probably tell people all the time about that one book that you read. But this is not a Tale of Two Cities or whatever. This is not a redemption tale about exile or like, I don't know, like Oliver Twist or whatever. This is not Great Expectations. You're not going to get redeemed later. You fucking weirdo. It's so weird.
He's Napoleon.
You're like Dickensian. You're like talking about Dickensian stuff about the music that they played at your funeral, and all this weird Dickensian shit. Because it's like the extent of your knowledge is basically probably A Christmas Carol, probably.
Unthinkable, and was admitted to become an alum.
Look at all the stuff that he said he did. He leaves many friends, ranging from the world of politics to music to business and beyond. The family think, okay, if I have an epitaph, it's going to be like, I really liked video games, drugs, sex, and music. I want the people to know. This guy's like, I sucked some professor's dick at Harvard one time or whatever, and I'm like, oh man, even in the dream you're an assistant to the regional manager and you're sucking dick. Notice that he doesn't say that he was in politics or music or business and beyond. It's not that he's the regional manager. It's that his friends are from the world of politics and music and business and beyond. It's not him, it's his friends. So even in this dream that he makes, where he spins up his own little epitaph, his own little fucking, his own little his own little eulogy, right? So even in this dream, his friends are more successful than he is. Dr. Jeffrey Hunt, Bob Kerr, the Honorable Ray Hall, Honorable Bob Da Silva. What the fuck are you talking about? These people do not know you, you fucking moron. Joanne Giannini, Honorable John Lombardi, Honorable Anastasia Williams, Honorable Mariellian Goodwin, they're all judges. What are you talking about? You hate judges. They bust you for rape all the time and you threaten them. What the fuck are you talking about? The professor is Dr. John Hamilton, Dr. Theo Harris. This is some of the most pretentious, retarded, and I'm sorry, it would take a low IQ to spin up this level of fucking poser. It's like a poser. He thinks all of these people are significant to his life somehow, and he's like self-deluded this to himself somehow.
So he never.
He's like, oh, I raped a bunch of people, so now I've got to run from the law. So I faked my own death. So I'm such a glowing good person and all this stuff. So like, no, I'm not a rapist or anything like that. Even though they've convicted him of rape a bunch of fucking times or whatever. So he's just like, hey, if they read my eulogy, they'll probably leave me alone, right? Oh my god.
I think he did like one of those like programs on the outside.
Yeah, you can't bust the dead. I mean, he's not wrong. You can't bust the. You really can't bust the dead unless they catch you. He's not wrong. You know, it's not. It is a valid ploy. It's that kind of ploy that's like, oh, you want to represent yourself in court. Oh yeah, the smart people do that. Yeah, smart people definitely do that. It's the same thing. It's like, oh man, faking your own death. That's something smart people definitely do.
Island were suspicious of his death. They're like, oh really? Huh.
See, I don't need. I have these same desires to just leave circles and leave crews and leave areas and states and cities that the piece of shit oligarchs ruined and stuff. I have these desires too. You know what I do? I don't lie to a bunch of people about my death like some kind of crazy idiot. I just leave. I just leave. I don't say goodbye. I just ghost them. Whatever the fuck. You can call me an inconsiderate asshole. Done it so many times that I have no shame or whatever. If I don't like how it's going, you just never speak to me again. You know, just recently to Cloud Candy, I said, never speak to me again. To Cloud Candy, of all fucking people. Because she dissed me, so there we go. I mean, she didn't diss me. Somebody else dissed me, but she let them. And, so, whatever. Not let them, but she just, like, didn't stop it.
It got so bad that she started drinking. When he was gone at work...
Wait, you skipped me back, like, way far. Why?
In 2020, Homeland Security received the video. Started investigating for human trafficking.
Wait, human trafficking?
Stop fighting, okay? He's not. We get to the point where he is now having this hearing in Scotland, and he makes...
Wait.
Exhausted, then.
And also just looking at the oxygen we're getting out. Again. Oh, the voice crack.
Yeah, I got the voice crack too, real bad.
Proud of it.
Yeah, me too, I'm proud of it.
Saying he can't walk.
Yeah, like Skycat fan thought that I would be ashamed of my videos where my voice cracks and I scream terrible music and this and all that. But I'm like, nah, bitch, that's like a fucking, that is like a pride badge. It's like an award. It's an award for my long service in all this, right? It's like a battle scar. I'm fucking proud of it. It's like I went into a fight or something and I came out with a scar. And that's what these vocal cords are like now. They're scarred and they're fucked up. I've seen specialists that cost me money now and stuff. And I have polyps on the back of my fucking vocal cords, just like Eminem. Am I proud of this? Yes, immensely, because it means that I'm good at my job.
He can barely talk.
Like her. She's proud of it. Yep.
This oxygen.
I know I was supposed to have some cringe response to this or whatever, so they can record my cringe response to it. And it is the cringe response, which is, there's nothing you could say or do that would ever affect me. There's no insult or anything you could ever say that, like, you know.
Because I can't breathe. I can't walk.
If I was such a weak person that an insult could affect me, you would know. You would know. If I were that weak, that it could ever affect me, right? I guess you could call me stupid. I suppose that would work. That would piss me off. But I mean, like, that's it. That's about it. That's the extent of what you can do to me is call me stupid. That's about it. That would piss me off. That's about it, though. That's, you know, that's about it. That's the one I'm going to respond to is you call me stupid. Okay, fine. But, you know, there's nothing you can say or do. Everybody's taken so many shots at me for so long. It's like join the club. Come rape the dead corpse. Have some fun.
Let me try to stand up. Let me try to stand up. Exactly. This is a vicious lie. How can I...
Now there's a really funny fucking joke in was it Spy Hard, where they have the CIA dummy up a spy to look like Bishop or is it Bishop Desmond Tutu or something like that? Or no, who is the guy in the wheelchair? He's trying to borrow a bit from a politician, and I can't remember their name.
Be a flight risk.
But they relentlessly made fun of him in I think it was Lethal Weapon 1 and 2.
Stand. The truth.
This guy's like the living or not lethal weapon. What is it? Naked Gun. Like he's like a living Naked Gun joke.
Hey, I nearly died.
He's very feeble. He's giving feeble energy.
How can I be a flight risk if I can't even stand?
So you've never been to the United States?
Never in my life.
He's like, I'm Arthur Knight. I'm Arthur Knight.
Wearing an oxygen mask and speaking with an accent.
At the time, the tattoo thing was like a big part of
Wait,
how
what
he was
tattoo thing?
identified. The interviewers are
What
like,
tattoo
"Well, show
thing?
us your arms, show us your tattoos," but he only lifts up to his forearms. They're like, "Yeah, no, your tattoos are on your
tattoos
biceps.
are on your biceps.
It's your biceps." He's like, "I can't. The oxygen mask."
Will you show me your arm?
No, no. How did you get the slave? What did you do to her?
Knight would not roll up his sleeves for a BBC crew.
I'm just exhausted.
Is it worth seeing your left forearm?
I just showed you a photo.
Yeah, but could you just raise it?
Honestly, I'm exhausted and
Also, just looking at the oxygen, we're getting a little bit low as well.
Rossi later claimed he had woken from a coma to find his arms had been tattooed. Claimed he had gone into hospital without any markings and had been tattooed while in a coma for 18 days.
This is where I'm like, this shit is funny. Where they basically, he does this interview. They end up getting Brian Coogan to FaceTime. And he's like, I don't want to go on a video call.
How you doing, Nick?
I'm not doing a FaceTime call with someone I don't know.
Look at his two biceps. He has a barcode on one and a bird feather on the other wing. Is he willing to show you his arms?
They're out there.
Is that something you would do? Would you show us your arms?
I've shown him.
Your biceps?
Yeah, I will show. Okay, I'm not getting it.
No, he won't, because he is this dude. You have pegged him, yeah. He is a liar.
And he's like, he's got a scar near his eyebrow. Like, let him show you his bicep. Like, he's doing that, and then the reporter's like, yeah, there's a scar.
You have a scar in the same place.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
Can you explain that? Just call him a liar. Don't say, can you explain that? Be like, you are lying, sir.
This is off. Would you mind?
Oh, I feel so bad for the lady.
And are you able to take off your mask?
Things you'll never see me do. Become a lapdog to some crazy arch nemesis idiot. That's not ever happening. I'll die first. That's like being Robin or whatever. Like in this Batman fantasy, you're Robin.
Do you see a similarity?
Do you?
The eyebrows are the same.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I can do about my eyebrows.
Nobody
Still
gets
denying it,
this
like,
week.
till the end. But then,
You are doing a press
right?
conference. You are not this week.
He's out on bail. I don't know what his wife does for a living. I don't know where he gets money. But then all of a sudden, he's happy to show his biceps. But they're like, there's scarring on there. Like tattoo removal scarring. Because he was out on bail and was going through this whole media circus for a while. Why? Remember the story I told you about the woman in UK that he like went and moved in with her and she got him an iPhone and all this and all that crazy shit? Well, remember, she didn't press charges at the time because she was afraid. Well, now that this whole circus is happening, she comes forward and she presses charges. So the UK are like, wait a minute, we don't want you to extradite him to the US because we're investigating him for a case. So let's delay that so that we can do our investigation. He's also delaying everything by being like, I can't breathe, my eye, my arms, I have COVID again. It was enough time for him if you want to get tattoo removal sessions done over a course of time. And he got arrested in 2021. He didn't come back to the States till 2024. In addition to like his entire family saying it's him.
You're sure that's him? That's my son. There he is, right there. I know my son. That's ridiculous.
They also proved with DNA, although he tried to deny, and then when they tried to get more DNA, he like went crazy on them and wasn't disabled anymore. They said he jumped up, attacked the medical staff like a raging bull when they tried to get more DNA from him, because he's like, something's dodgy, with DNA, my lady.
No, lady, it's 22nd of November, 1986. Objection, my lady. That is complete hearsay, and I will ask your ladyship that prosecution chair.
He's not going to ever freaking stop fighting. Okay, he's not. We get to the point where He is now having this hearing in Scotland, and he makes some crazy accusations, okay? He's like, I'm being tortured. The prison staff are not giving me my oxygen that I don't need. He said that he's being bullied in prison. The prisoners are singing, believing on the jet plane when they see him.
Told a Scottish judge on Thursday that he's being bullied and taunted by fellow prisoners in Scotland, singing him John Denver hit, leaving on a jet plane.
He's like, basically, I'm without my oxygen, I'm hallucinating, I'm seeing things I've never seen before, they're killing me, I'm dying, like, help. The doctor comes and he's like, listen, you know, he breathes just fine, we checked his lungs are fine, he has no problem walking, he fakes seizures a lot, but he's fine.
I conclude that he is as dishonest and deceitful as he is evasive and manipulative.
He's now Jewish also, by the way. He showed up with a yarmulke and a robe, and he said he converted to Judaism in prison. I don't know why, but that was a thing. And then he was like Winston Churchill, and then he became the Jewish rabbi. And then and this is where it gets really freaking crazy. Okay, dude, I almost forgot this part. Oh my God. This is where I'm like, I'm going to have to make another video about this, because it's too much. Okay. In 2008, when he did that rape in Utah, the prosecutor was a guy called David Levitt.
We had to persuade people at every level, at every step along the way, that Nicholas Rossi was in fact the person sitting in Scotland claiming to be Arthur Knight.
Now this guy, David Levitt, this prosecutor, has so many scandals. It's a whole other can of worms. Crazy shit.
He's accused of dismissing criminal charges against his friend and campaign donor.
Is it true that he donated to your campaign?
It is.
Is it true that the defendant served the mission with your brother?
He did. I was not in a position to prosecute it. It was into Native American stuff. It killed deer and get deer hearts and drink their blood, and drink the deer's blood.
At the time, Levitt was under investigation by Homeland Security. These clips are now evidence in that case.
There is no organized
During that same press conference, Levitt described his accuser as tragically mentally ill.
To attack their mental health status as a way to discredit them, and it was clear that that's what he was doing. And that's just not okay.
Homeland Security investigated David Levitt for trafficking, like ritualistic child abuse allegations, dude. And then there's this weird video of him talking about like adopting a Native American baby while like trading for buffalo.
Why do they all do that?
Here is this.
They all want to. Like Ezra Miller. They all want to adopt a Native American child because they think that the reservations don't care about their kids or something. It's some weird white racist thing.
We want to adopt one of your people. If we can form a bilateral agreement between the people of the Northern Cheyenne and the people of Ukraine to introduce buffalo to Western Ukraine. There's such a prejudice in the Native community about a non-Native adopting a Native.
According to court documents, the child's biological mother willingly gave up her parental rights, but the biological father did not. The court ultimately ruled in Levitt's favor, approving the adoption.
This is not how you adopt a child. This is how you procure a child.
Noel Angles is a former analyst with Homeland Security. He confirmed his team had been investigating sexual allegations against Levitt for several years. Then, in 2020, Homeland Security received the video and started investigating for human trafficking. 5 months after receiving the video, documents show Noel and his team were removed from the case. He has since filed a whistleblower complaint. David Levitt is the same county attorney who named himself as the subject of a ritualistic child sex abuse investigation.
My wife and I were part of those allegations, alleging that we were guilty of cannibalizing young children and murdering young children.
This is not a politically motivated investigation. Levitt is using his authority and his pulpit to bully, distract, and mischaracterize the facts of an ongoing investigation.
He took aim at Levitt's claim that the victim who named him years ago is mentally ill.
How dare you?
And he was up for re-election.
We reached out to David Levitt for an explanation last week. His spokesperson said he would be happy to tell the entire story, but not until after tomorrow's election.
But he's basically trying to defame the prosecutor in that case in hopes that it would somehow discredit that the charges against him.
He is going to be needing a very large team on the pitch to try to say that I am a rapist. I can't even walk down the pavement to get to point him out.
But then, as if that whole shit isn't weird enough, okay, that's the whole thing.
You know, if you wanted to like get out of this, you might have maybe lost some weight. You could just lose some weight and they wouldn't know who you were. You could just go to the beach somewhere. Live as a beach bum, lose the weight for a little while. I'm not calling him fat, I'm just saying that, like, if you are wanted by Interpol for rape and you're trying to run from the fucking authorities and you're doing the whole evasion thing, maybe don't stay the same 340 pounds because it makes you really, really conspicuous. You can tell that you've always been something like 280 pounds or something, so if you were to just lose like 60 pounds, you know, pretty fast, they probably would have no idea who you were, but instead you're like, you want to be fat, you want to not work, and you want to spend the money on food, and you just want to keep like eating and stuff and being lazy and fat. And so then, you know, I'm not saying fat, but I'm just saying, like, you can tell the vibe. He doesn't want to improve himself. He just wants to sit there and lie.
Walk down the pavement.
So he goes. So he does all this crazy shit when you could have just walked down the beach a bit in the sun, like I do on the road or whatever. Lose 60 pounds, and you're not gonna look like the fucking dude that they're chasing. Get the tattoos removed, but instead you just try to stay fat. You try to keep a female slave like you've always done, and you have the tattoos still. You have the eyebrow scars still, so you're like Harry Potter, and everybody marks you, and you wear these dumb glasses, and you're not British, and your fucking accent is fucking terrible, and all these lies that you construct to try to fucking trick people. You could just live your life and you would have done better.
Point him out. But then, as if that whole shit isn't weird enough, okay, that's the whole thing. Okay, then it turns out when he was like in Scotland and he was going to court and stuff, that prosecutor, David Levitt, was also in Scotland, not that far away, in a castle that he bought.
A new bizarre wrinkle in the Nicholas Alldayerrydaybaby saga.
Wait,
Utah
what?
Prosecutor who filed the original sexual assault charge against Alldayerrydaybaby has bought a castle in Scotland.
A whole other rabbit hole. If you
A
want me to
castle
do a video,
in Scotland.
Because I will. I want to. I might just do it anyway. Moving on from the David Levitt thing. Okay, back to Nicholas, whatever the fuck his name is. January 2024, he was extradited to the United States. Now there were all these delays in the states because he's got several charges in several states and he wants to represent himself.
And is that still what you want to do?
It's not ideal, but it is what is necessary.
It's not what's necessary. All you need to do is ask for a lawyer today and I can appoint one.
And that caused delays as well, but now it's gotten to the point he does have an attorney. And the last thing that happened was the attorney was like, we're going to agree that he is Nicholas Alldayerrydaybaby.
For the first time, his lawyer has stipulated that he is Nicholas Rossi.
Defense stipulates to identity.
Defense is stipulating to identity in this case?
Yes, for the purposes of preliminary hearing, for the purposes of this case, defense stipulates to identity.
Well, that's what a plot twist sounds like in a courtroom.
The latest that I have is that he's going to have a bail hearing on October 16th of this year, so like next month. But I don't know what's going to happen there, if he's going to walk, if he's going to be on oxygen, if he's going to cry. I don't know what's going to happen. What do you think? Do you think he's Arthur Knight? Or do you think he is Nicholas Alldayerrydaybaby? Do you think he did all those things? Or is he just being blamed over and over and over again? Now, I'll tell you what I think. You didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you. I think that he definitely had a shitty childhood and probably like not the best parents. And also just inherent behavioral issues that he could have just been born with and maybe got worse because of his environment. And then I think, you know, the acting out and everything, when he got in trouble, wherever they sent him, it didn't help. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't lying about bad things happening to him there. We hear all the time about these like troubled children programs and like they do really horrible shit. So that part I feel bad, you know, he didn't really have a fair chance, I feel like. At the same time, when you see that he got this foster family and they try to help him and get him in college and a home and all this stuff, and he's in school now and everything, and he's doing this, the things that he accused people of doing, he's doing them. Because I mean, all these women are lying. All of them in different states who don't even know each other, never heard of each other, same MO, same exact stuff. Come on. Then you look at all the theatrics and stuff that he does, and it's like, dude, come on. Me personally, I think he's guilty. I also feel bad for his childhood, but I don't think that excuses what he did as an adult. That's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Ah. I was like, is that his head? It was. You got knocked, huh? Oh, it's mine. Look at that nice equinox of hers. I love this game. It's like the most tactical game I've ever played, maybe. It's better than Rainbow Six. It immerses you really well. Where did you come from? You like popped through the wall. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here, guys. It's been a pretty good run. Getting tired, and it's been a long day. Eve shut down, and X4 is running. I am going to stop this 8.5 hour recording and this 13.5 hour stream. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for showing up today. Just a reminder, you've been watching Skycat Live. Come to Skycat Live. Oh, I don't know why you won't give me my own website, but why? Why won't you type in this thing? Why won't you do anything?
I call him a jellyfish. Because a jellyfish, you can't pick it up. There's no spine to it, but it has long tentacles and it can sting you.
There's no part of my life.
That's why. No, you just really are fucking up. What's your fucking problem? Okay, I'm gonna shut off the computer and run my fucking fingers on it. You are not typing. You are driving me fucking crazy. What is your problem? Why can't you type right now? Type right now. What is it that you're doing? Stop this. What? Why? Whatever, guys. I'm sorry. Just piece of shit software developer's gonna suck dick. What can I do? Sorry, software developer. You know, sorry, software developer. What can I do? So, yep. Can't type. There we go. 50th try. That'll work, you know. Usually it'll work. Now I can't remember what the fuck I was doing. I don't remember. Oh yes, I am going to my website, and I'm saying, come to Skycatlive, click on the cast face to donate. Here's my Twitch and my YouTube links. Give me a like, sub, or a follow. Thank you for any likes, subs, or follows that you may have given me. Oh, thank you, Amir. Thank you, Amir. I gotta whisper and say thank you for resub. Thank you so much for the resub. Thank you for resub. Amir for the win. Oh, yeah, I'm doing okay. Nice. I got another sub 8 hours ago. Yay. All right, so I will be back here after a bit, and yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to sleep, and I will be back in the morning. And that's everything. I'm going to stop the video here with a reminder that I have thousands of videos on my YouTube channel, and come check me out. Give me a like, sub, or a follow. Thank you for your time, guys. I love you. Bye.